Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am making a video that could potentially make me some enemies. So I've got my Velcro dog Maple with me. Maybe you'll like me more if I've got my dog here with me. Do you reckon I will? Do you reckon we'll get away with it? So today I'm going to be talking about design choices that I hate. These are things that you won't catch me doing in my own home, and can we just keep in mind that this is just my opinion. There's no hard and fast rules when it comes to how you decorate your home, and I do think you should decorate your home for yourself and not other people's opinions. So without any further ado, let's get it. So number one, I think is going to make me pretty unpopular because I think pretty much everyone I know has this in their house, and again it's just personal preference. It's just something that I don't like, and that is carpet. I don't know what it is about carpet. I can appreciate it in somebody else's house, like it would feel nice and soft and springy, but for me it is just a total nightmare. I don't understand why you would want to have a fabric from wall to wall that you can't wash. So we've got dogs, we've got children. I'm not tidy myself. So having carpet is just a big no-no. So for me, much prefer wooden floors. I really like the character that you get with wooden floors. You don't have to be as precious. It's easier to change the decor because you can change out rugs. In my house, I've got mostly ruggable rugs because they're washable. And so for me, it's just more versatile and easier to keep clean than a carpet. So that's what you will never see in my house. You will never ever see a carpet. Moving on to design crime number 2. I think this one will ruffle a lot of feathers as well, and it's not necessarily a design crime really, it's just not something that I could ever see myself having in my own home, and that is minimalism. I just don't get it. For me, it doesn't feel homely. For me, it feels quite Spartan, is that the word? Quite stark. Particularly, when you see those homes where everything is white, there's literally no colour anywhere, there's no home accessories. I just don't get the personality. Like, where's the personality? How do you know who that person is? Where do they put their stuff? Do they have stuff? So for me, that's just a big no-no. I much prefer homes with like antiques that have been collected over time, and something that feels a lot more homely. Okay, so design crime number 3. One thing you won't see in my house is everything being too matchy-matchy. So things like 3-piece suites or matching bedroom furniture sets. So when the bedside tables match their drawers, match their wardrobe, for me that just feels a little bit bland, a little bit contrived. I much prefer like a more eclectic look. So maybe you've got like an antique chest of drawers and a painted wardrobe, or I don't know, something unusual for bedside tables. Like I like using what they called antique tea chests, or you can have those French bedside tables with the marble tops. I really like those. So yeah, for me, I would like to avoid things being too matchy-matchy, and I like having something that looks like it's being collected over time, and I don't know, I just think it adds more depth to a room. So number 4, I think actually a lot of people will agree with me on this one. I think it's something that's spoken about quite a lot, and probably something that people do a little bit less now. But what I really hate is rug islands. And if you don't know what I mean by a rug island, it's when you've got a rug that is just far too small for a room. So like none of the furniture sits on it. It kind of just feels like it's an island floating around in the middle of the room, anchored to absolutely nothing else. So I think for me, with rugs, I love to have a really big rug, something that fills a lot of the room, something that you can fit 2 legs of each piece of furniture on. I mean, I don't think it necessarily needs to be every single piece of furniture. Like in my front room, we've got drawers set into the alcoves, and that's not sat on the rug, but things like the sofa and the chairs, they all are anchored onto the rug in the middle of the room. And if you can't afford a rug that's large, because sometimes they are quite hard to get hold of, you could sort of layer rugs, so that increases the amount of floor space that's covered, and that can look really good as well. But yeah, I'd avoid the rug island. I just think it looks really naff. It doesn't make a room feel cozy, and if anything, it just looks a little bit silly. So number 5 is a real pet hate of mine. It's something that really annoys me when I'm looking on Rightmove and I see like a characterful old house on the market that needs a full renovation. I always hope that that house is going to be bought by somebody who's going to put loads of time and effort and thought into decorating it and making it feel like a characterful house. What I really hate is when the house of your dreams that I usually cannot afford is bought by a developer, and oftentimes I just find what they do with the houses really disappointing. So, you know, when you see it come back on the market and it's all grey throughout, really bland, naff carpets, unimaginative kitchen, white walls everywhere, you know, when it just looks cheap and modern and I just think it is an absolute travesty, and quite frankly, should be illegal. Number 6 on my interior design icks is, and it's actually something that I have in my own house. I was talked into it by both our builders and my husband, and I absolutely loathe them, and that is spotlights. Like, I know they're there for a reason. I know, you know, people bang on about task lighting and being able to see to cook food and things like that, but honestly, I never turn them on. I absolutely hate them. I think they are the least atmospheric lights that you could ever put in a house. They make it feel like an office, and there are ways of like making it look better. So I went to a Corsten event a couple of years ago, and this was one of the topics that was discussed there, and they suggested using spots that are on a what would you call it, hinged, so that you can make the light feel more directional. It's not just straight down. You can use it as task lighting, so you can angle them towards a worktop or an island, or, you know, whatever, wherever you need the light, but it just makes it fall in a more thoughtful and less stress inducing way. So number 7 is very high up on this is so naff, barometer. Very, very high, and that is grey wood laminate. Who thought of this? Who thought, I know, I've got a great idea, let's make fake wood in a colour that wood doesn't come in. I don't know, I just find it incredibly naff. I think it's the height of like the grey, what's the word from my era of age of people, millennial, like a really grey millennial naff, tacky, just should be banned. Again, should be illegal. In fact, it's probably something that those house developers put in those really lovely characterful homes that they then strip the joy from piece by piece. So yes, grey laminate flooring, that's going to be. Number 6 is rose gold, which is also another kind of like millennial thing. It was really big maybe like 10 years ago, I think. I did have some of it in my own house. I think I had rose gold lights. I had a mirror, like a hexagonal style mirror that was rose gold, and I know people had kitchen lights in rose gold, maybe handles. It just needs to go. Don't do it. Should never have happened. So yeah, rose gold is a finish that I detest. Oh, love, are you okay? So number 7 is a bit like rug islands. I feel like you could walk into a house with a rug island, turn to the window, And you will also see this interiors mistake, and that is half curtains. Curtains should go from the ceiling into the floor, and if they don't, just don't have them. Have blinds, do something else, because half curtains are a no. They're just wrong. Just don't do it. Buy long curtains. And I don't care if people say, oh, you know, if you get long curtains that touch the floor, they're going to get dirty. It's better that they get dirty than be halfway up the wall, making the ceilings look shorter, just making a room look unfinished and not well thought out. So yeah, the more fabric, the better, and half curtains just belong with rug islands in that they should just not exist. So I'm sorry if you have half curtains, but I feel quite strongly about it. They are wrong. So that is a rundown of some of the things that you'll never see me do in my home. That's not to say that I haven't done them before. I've done half curtains, I've done rose, I've done spotlights, and I've also done three-piece suite. I've had matching three-piece suite, I've had matching bedroom furniture, and like most things, these things come in and out of fashion. I'm not sure half curtains should ever have been in fashion, but all I'm saying is these are just my opinions. They are things that I've done before. Don't hate me. So if you've liked this video, let me know, and I will make more of them. If you have anything else that you'd like me to cover, whether you'd like me to do like design things I love, because there are so many of those as well, like antiques in the house, tick, paneling, tick, although I could definitely see that ending up on somebody's interiors icks, which just goes to show we all have our own taste and preferences. But yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and also let me know what else you'd like to see, because I'm always up for making videos that people actually want to watch. Thank you for watching, and see you again soon. Bye.